नमस्ते बच्चों, हमेशा खुश रहो. Myself Vivian, Dr. Monica Trivedi. Today I am going to teach you about the chemistry of second transition state, which is a 4D transition state. The elements of this transition series are start from group 3 with the yttrium and ends on group 12, which is a cadmium. So the electronic configuration and the atoms name you can see here: the yttrium, zirconium, niobium, molybdenum, titanium, ruthenium, rhodium, palladium, silver, cadmium. So these 10 elements are present in a second transition series of a d block element. Okay, all the characteristic properties of the d block element are exhibits by the member of this series also. Okay, like magnetic property, like catalytic property, variable oxidation state. Okay, so these elements are next higher characteristics of the first transition series element, and but they have less importance of as compared to the first transition series. This series lie between the strontium, which is 38 of S block group second, and indium 49 of a P block, which has a group 13. So the gradually transition of the property may occurs from the S to P block element in the periodic table. Okay, what are the general characteristics of the second transition series element? First is the electronic configuration and variable oxidation state. As we know, the variable oxidation states shown by the first transition series as well as the second transition series also show the variable oxidation state. The 4D subshell is being filled, its valence shell configuration being 4D1 5D2. The feeling of 4D subshell continues as we move along with the series towards the last element, cadmium, which has a 4D10 5s2 valence shell configuration. These are observed that the valence shell configuration of these elements, which have the general valence shell configuration 4D1 to 10 to 5s1 to 1 and 2. So here you can see the electronic configuration varies from the first yttrium to cadmium element. Okay, now the second is the oxidation state. The second transition series element that has a higher oxidation states become, but they are more stable. Okay, so this can be taken by the if the iron and its next higher oxidation state is has a rhenium. So if iron shows +2 and +3 stable oxidation state and +4 and +6 unstable oxidation state, but rhenium shows +2, +3, +4 and +6 as a stable oxidation state, while +5, +7, +8 are unstable states for the this kind of element. The first element yttrium +3 and the last element cadmium +2 exhibits only one oxidation state. Okay, but in a scandium, the 3D transition series, it is also seen that the scandium shows +2 oxidation states because of the stable valence shell configuration. Okay, the yttrium +3 has an electronic configuration krypton 4d0 5s0, and cadmium +2 has a krypton 4d10 5s0. All other elements show a variety of oxidation state, both stable and unstable, variable being the maximum towards the middle to the series as happen in the case of the element 3D transition series. Okay, you can see some more example of variable oxidation state. Okay, in this table you can see the yttrium to cadmium elements with their lowest oxidation state and higher oxidation state. The highest oxidation state is +8 for the ruthenium, and the lowest oxidation state is +1, which is for silver. Okay, So the next property is complex formation tendency. The availability of the various oxidation state facilities, the complex formation tendency of the complex formation tendency is found in the element of the second transition series also. But these kind of metal are weakly electropositive and do not form a stable complex, okay, with a wide range of ligands. So these elements from the stable complexes with phosphorus and sulfur and heavier halogen as donor atom in a ligand, okay, so they are also form a pi complexes with a CO as a ligand, carbonyl ligand, as a also combined with this kind of element. The 4D series elements show the common as well as unusual coordination number in their complexes, which may be 4, 6 and even more than the 6. The complexes are available for the most of the second transition series element in a various oxidation state. You can see here the many examples of the yttrium form complexes with cyanide, thiocyanide, and ACAC ligand, ADT ligand. Okay, so zirconium with a halogen and other kind of ligands. Okay, neobidium with the, these are some example of the titanium, the ruhedium, and okay, so these are the complexes formed by the uh, second transition series. Next is a magnetic property. The element of the second transition series exhibit a paramagnetic because of the presence of unpaired d electron in the element of, or a ionic form. Okay, the relationship which can be calculated by 1 unit under the magnetic property of the 3D transition series is known as a spin only formula. The spin only formula can apply and you can calculate the magnetic moment of the any for the any atom. Okay, so the next is the formation of the colored ion compounds. As you know, the transition element shows the colored color for the compounds. So here you can see the vacant or a completely filled d orbital, which is d0, d10, are colorless in the case of this series also, but with the partially filled d orbital like d1, d2, d3 to d9 are colored. It means the certain having all the electrons pair in the d orbitals of number of electrons in this subshell are colorless, but those cations, okay, those cations are a compound having an unpair or small electrons in a d orbital are colored. If n is the number of unpaired electron in a d subshell, then the ion having n is equals to 0 are colorless, while those having n number of 1, 2 to 5 are colored. Okay, in the addition of to the presence of the unpaired electron, the d subshell or incomplete d subshell, the nature of the atoms or a ligand attached to the central metal ion determine the color of the compound. Okay, so next is catalytic activity. As we learned previously that the transition element shows the catalytic activity as well as, so some of the very important and useful catalysts are of the reaction in the industry. This is because of so the second transition series also show the catalytic activity, some of them being very important and useful as a catalyst in a various reaction of the industrial importance. Okay, this is because they are capable of forming inert mediate products and reactants or having active certain of their surface in the activated state, which can activate the reactants, so like palladium, pt, mo, molybdenum, platinum, ruhenium are used as a catalyst. Okay, the next is metallic characteristic and alloys. You can see the some of the example of the alloys formed by the second transition series here. The next is periodic properties of second transition series. As we talk about the atomic radii, the it is observed that the atomic radii of the element of the second transition series, although not known very much. It is decreased from the first element yttrium to ruhedium. The next is cobalt, and increases further up to the last element, which is a cadmium. The values are very close from molybdenum and palladium because of the increased screening effect of the 4d electrons, okay, which are more or less counterbalance the nuclear pull extract on the 5s electron. Then the screening effect became more and more prominent, thereby the decreasing the attractive force between the nucleus and the outer electron. So here you can see from the yttrium to cadmium, first the um ionic radii decreases, and for the cadmium it is also further increases, okay. It is due to screening effect. So here you can see the atomic volume, it is also first reduced, then it is null, and then it is start increasing, okay. So the next is melting point and a boiling point. The melting point and a boiling point of these elements are generally very high, okay, almost similar to the those of the element of the first transition series, except a few elements which have a very high value, like Nb and Ru. Okay, so the last element cadmium has appreciation low value for the melting point, even lower than the Zn. This may be attributed to its high atomic value, almost 1.5 times of the Zn. Okay, so here you can see the melting point. It is highest melting point is 2620 for molybdenum, and it is reduced by the cadmium. Okay, so next is the ionization energies and reactivity. You can see the values of the ionization energy in a kilojoule per mole. Here you can see from yttrium to cadmium, first the ionization energy gradually increases, for the Ag is drop, and it further increases, okay. So the next is standard electron potential and reducting properties. As well as we know that the standard electron potential, which is a reduction process, the reducting properties of the element also matters for the reducting properties. So here you can see the cadmium and silver, okay. This is the oxidation this is the oxidation reactions for the cadmium and silver, okay. So here you can see that the in a above reaction, the cadmium plus 2 ion can give up the electron and act as a reducting agent, while Ag plus ion do not give the electron, rather than take up the electron easily, okay. Hence it acts like a oxidizing agent when it react with the reducting agent. So the whole reaction for the above reaction is Zn plus 2 Ag plus is equals to Zn plus 2 Ag. So these are the characteristics of the second transition series of a d block element. Thank you.